Nvidia has beat expectations again, clocking in record revenue to close out 2024. And looking ahead, it's staying upbeat. The California-based AI giant's full fiscal year revenue rose 114% to just over $130 billion US. Looking ahead, Nvidia expects its first quarter revenue to reach $43 billion, slightly higher than analyst predictions. Nvidia's performance is widely seen to reflect the health of booming AI. This was a highly anticipated earnings call. Last month, China's DeepSeek raised fears that AI models could be built at a fraction of the cost and computing power of those developed by US firms. For more on Nvidia's forecast, Joyce Tseng spoke with AI market expert Olivier Blanchard from the Futurum Group.
One of the biggest questions coming into this earning call was whether the AI revolution can keep up its lightning speed. What sort of clarity are we getting on that from these numbers?
So first of all, I think Nvidia beating expectations is kind of almost like a silly thing that we go through every quarter because the expectation is that they will beat expectations. So I think that they're meeting the expectation. It's a good time to be any chip maker that is in the AI business. It's obviously still a very good time to be Nvidia. This notion that the AI opportunity is maturing or that it's hitting some kind of ceiling. I don't think that the AI opportunity is mature yet at all. I think that we still have a long way to go before we can really call it a mature market. Up until now, it's been mostly in the cloud. We're seeing AI, and particularly agentic AI, but all forms of sort of powerful analytics-based AI moving outward to the edge, into devices, whether it's automotive, industrial IoT, smart speakers, AI PCs, phones, etc. So with respect to NVIDIA, I think that some of the analysts who are talking about maturity for the market and talking about a ceiling for the market and for NVIDIA, I think are off the mark a little bit by a few years. I think that we still have a long way to go before we reach that point.
How much does the market change, though, with the onset of DeepSeek, a supposedly cheaper and less power-hungry competitor in the AI sphere?
I think DeepSeek is not the disruptor that a lot of people make it out to be. What should rattle people is DeepSeek managed to accomplish something extraordinary with far fewer resources. And that is a model that we've been sort of expecting to arrive. It's exciting because it creates more competition. Obviously, the AI incumbent players are going to have to push a little bit harder to beat this. The impact of that on the market is going to be that we're still going to require a lot of training. We're still going to require a lot of data centers. Nothing's changed there, but we are probably going to need fewer chips, fewer racks, not fewer data centers, but definitely fewer resources than we thought we would. And that is going to put a little bit of downward pressure on shipment estimates that were basically that are a year old, because we're just not going to need that many chips to get to the same level.
Something that's been closely watched here in Taiwan is Trump's pledged tariffs on imported chips. Nvidia is, of course, one of the major customers of TSMC. How does that uncertainty factor in to Nvidia's forecasts?
We don't know what's going to happen or why and how long and what the impact will be, which is kind of like at the core of this uncertainty, right? The known knowns are this. The Trump administration is serious about national defense. And the Trump administration, whether you agree with its policies or not, is serious about trying to improve the U.S. economy. And so I think that the Trump administration is very likely to continue a policy of trying to support the U.S. technology ecosystem as it relates to national security, which means that it's serious. It understands that companies like Nvidia, companies like Qualcomm, Intel, ARM, TSMC are all vital components of this. They're also viable, extremely important partners to the United States and to United States technology companies. I'm not super worried about this. So it's just kind of like wait and see, but I don't think, even if tariffs come, I don't think that they'll be particularly severe or long lasting.